Hey, what's up, guys? This is Halo here. So it's been a while. Why not? It's been, uh, actually, I don't know how long it's been since the last time I posted. I'll probably check and put like a little thing on how long it's been. It doesn't really matter anyway, but it's been a while, and there's been quite a lot of changes that has happened. Not, of course, to this channel, but like there have been some things that have happened quite recently in like the last couple months. So I have a job now, woohoo. But yeah, so I've been working hard. I haven't really been focused on YouTube much at all, really. I'm not really focused on YouTube right now, and I guess that's probably another thing to just kind of throw out there, is that YouTube isn't really, or doing videos isn't really mostly my thing, and you guys should already know that too, because I've said it multiple times that YouTube's more or less like a hobby thing. But I also wanted to kind of let you guys know as far as like what my plans are, because I've told you guys beforehand that I would like to do videos as far as like I think one of them was like I want to do videos of me like making my Titan, like the Pepakura stuff, be able to cosplay, because like I still want to do that, down the line I would love to be able to go out and get the materials that I need, make the cosplay or make the costume that I want, but it requires time, effort, and patience, and not really saying that I don't have that, because I mean I have that, but it's not really on the mind right now, because you kind of, have you ever had that situation where more or less you're like, I want to be in the mood to play something, but you don't really do that? Like you play, just as a basis, you play Gears of War a lot, and you're like, man, I love this game, and then all of a sudden you're just like, I don't want to play Gears of War today, or I don't want to play Gears of War because I'm bored of it. Then you move on to something else and you start working on that thing. You're like, man, I love playing Xenoverse 2, as that's what I've been doing right now. But more or less, I've just been moving on to different things and just been kind of back and forth while also working. So yeah, I mean, like, for me, YouTube isn't really on my mind. Like I'll go to YouTube and watch videos, but as far as like making videos, it hasn't really been on my mind. But I have been thinking about this a little bit lately, and if you guys still watch this, I want to know what you guys think. So basically, I'm kind of scrapping my old idea. Sorry. If you guys are like, because like if you guys still want to see like me work on some like cosplay stuff, I might still do it. But honestly, as far as like my career, as far as like what I want to do like down the road, I've been looking into voice acting or acting. I've been really wanting to become a voice actor / actor, because like I've been working on game design for a couple years. Back in school, I was in a game programming class for 2 years, and to be honest, it taught me very little. Now, granted, the teacher didn't really have, or she wasn't really knowledgeable in game design, but that's okay, because it allowed me to have the chance to go home and be able to learn and experience it for my own self, and be able to delve down. Like I even have like a book on like Unity, I was able to delve down into that and research. I had more or less, gave me a reason to start looking into that field, and it was fun. I enjoyed it, and I still love video games. Like I still like playing them, but the goal that I had in mind, I guess I was misunderstood, because I've wanted to become, now this is gonna sound ridiculous, but have you ever watched like, and you've probably seen like cringe compilation of like people acting like they're Super Saiyan and all that, but it's not to that level, trust me, it's not to that level. But being able to watch like a movie, and seeing somebody playing as like a superhero, like for instance Spider-Man, let's just use him as an example. How cool would it be to actually be the guy that becomes Spider-Man? You know, I mean, of course, you know, you won't be able to see all the effects and the explosions on all that unless they use real explosions. But I mean, being able to actually work and do that kind of thing to me seems exciting. You know, because like you're more or less playing as, well, in this case, you're playing as a hero. You're playing as Spider-Man. You're going out and you're saving people. But you know, if I could get to the point to where I can do that, you know, that would be, I would just be blown away. You know, that would be absolutely amazing. Now, I'm not looking to become famous like Spider-Man. You know, I'm just looking to just being able to experience what it's like to be an actor. You know, being able to put myself in a place where, you know, out of my own life and become somebody, well, more or less become somebody that I'm not, but being able to, it's kind of difficult to explain, but I want to play as a fictional character, you know. I just think it would be a lot of fun, you know. It would be something that I would definitely be enjoyed to, because lately I've been playing, you know, like a few games with one of my friends online, and like for instance, we've been playing Ace Attorney, you know, Phoenix Wright, and for the different characters that would pop up, we would just play as, you know, different voices. We would just make up our own voices, and I found that to be a lot of fun, because that way I could experiment with my own voice on how certain people would sound like by just looking at a picture of them, you know, and seeing how they react to certain situations. I can mess around with my voice a little bit and just try to, like, you know, piece together how it would sound like, you know. I love that kind of experimentation and being able to place yourself in a position of that character, like fictionally, you know, and just being able to just kind of play that out, you know. It just seems like a lot of fun, and I wanted to be able to do that with game design, but with game design I was more or less thinking about creating the character, but more or less when it comes down to it, why not just become the character yourself, you know, instead of not. And like I said, it's gonna sound absolutely ridiculous by me talking about it, you know, because some of you are probably like, you know, oh, you can't become like Goku or the, you know, because that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about more or less being the character within a story, you know, that people can recognize, you know, through either whatever, but being the voice of that character, you know, or actually being the character if you're playing as a movie through acting, and that's what I've been thinking about doing. So how does this relate to YouTube? So basically what I'm thinking about doing is I'm thinking about just doing stories, you know, not like actually making stories. I may make stories, I don't know, but I've been thinking as far as voice acting, to basically just overdub some stories, you know, like whether it be like a bedtime story or a horror story, or a heroic story, you know, something that somebody made, and just being the voice over that. I mean, because I think that'd be kind of cool, you know, because like there's like people that do like creepypastas, for instance, you know, that'll voice over dub like creepypastas in a spooky voice, ooh, you know, and do that. But I mean, like, I don't necessarily have to just stick to one particular thing. I'm thinking about just like branching out from different stories and quotes. Now, of course, those people will be recognized, you know, on the channel, and I'll have like links to their like their stories and all that, and give the proper what's the word? Give the proper recognition, you know, instead of just being like, you know, oh, this is my story, you know, I'm just overdubbing the story, or I'm just creating the voice, you know what I mean. But that's what I'm essentially thinking about doing. Just more or less just uploading videos of me just overdubbing to stories, you know. And I mean, shoot, if you, of course, you know, it more or less be, well, I haven't really thought as far as what kind of stories I would do. I mean, I've been thinking maybe I should do like, I could try out like bedtime stories, nice ones, and maybe some scary ones during like October, or maybe just whenever. So I mean, like, I wanted to know what you guys think about that, you know, because honestly, I want to get into voice acting. I really do. I want to get into acting, because I mean, even when you're in school and you're just, when you have a part, because like in my English class, I had a few parts where I was the villain, and I love being the villain, because that's another thing is like I actually kind of like being the villain in some situation, because it's fun, being able to create a character where he's very evil, very smart, and he's trying his best to like overcome the hero, and be, the last man standing, I guess, in a battle, or just being the one who wins. Of course, in the end, it's always going to be the hero, or maybe sometimes it might be the villain, depends on the story, but it just seems like a lot of fun, and I think that would definitely help me out in career-wise, because then I'd be able to find out new voices that I can create, because especially with probably my favorite voice so far would have to be my Miles Edgeworth voice that I do for Ace Attorney, because he's very smart, and kind of tall, but I make him sound a little dark, because he looks edgy anyway. He's got Edgeworth. He's got the word edge in his name for Edgeworth. Why not? But I like using his voice for him, because it just seems a lot of fun to me. But I don't know. This might just be a video of just me rambling, about what I want to do. But I mean, what do you guys think? I would like to hear from you guys as far as your ideas, and what you guys think about it. For those, for any of you guys that are still watching, I thank you for even sticking with this channel, because like I said, way back when I made a video congratulating Belena Productions, on like an old like congratulations video, and honestly, I don't really deserve 150 of you. I really do not. I mean, for even any of you guys that still stick with me, I really do not deserve it at all, because I don't really do much at all on this channel at all, and it's crazy enough to even think that people are still like here, so I mean, I thank you guys, for even sticking with me, even though I don't do anything, but in a way, I'll make it up to you guys, and hopefully this will kind of help out, I guess, with just content on my channel in general. But yeah, all in all, just let me know, guys, what you guys think about this whole idea, and if you guys like it, I'll stick with it, because I'm thinking about voice acting, and I think that'd be a lot of fun. So I don't really I think I usually have an outro, but I've forgotten it at this point. I probably usually say this is Halo signing off, but I don't know. I'm still working out some things. I'm still working on the name too. I mean, this is Halo sounds cool, but I don't know. I don't really know at this point, but anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.